Hey there, everybody. Cassie Soto here after the Las Vegas Stadium Authority Board meeting, joined by stadium experts Rick Vallata and Mick Akers of the Las Vegas Review-Journal. Guys, a couple things on the docket, but most importantly, what everybody wants to know, what everybody's following us for, is to make sure that that roof will be completed, whether if it's pushed back or not, but it will be completed in time for the stadium to open on time. July 31st is that strong date that the Raiders are holding on to. Rick, will the roof being pushed back affect the stadium opening at all?
I think today's meeting was basically an exclamation point on the fact that, yes, in fact, it will open on July 31st. I think Don Webb, the chief operating officer of the stadium company, emphasized that about, maybe 10 times today when he was talking during his presentation. But of course, the fact that there was some concern about the roof being delayed somewhat, that played into some of the fears that have been going on around and have generated, frankly, a lot of rumors that were unfounded.
All right, well, if we're not talking about the roof, we're talking about parking regarding this stadium, Mick, and that, of course, was on the agenda today. Where are people tailgating?
Yes, they are. So Mark Bedane said that they need about 12,000 spots, to fulfill the parking needs at the stadium. They have about 15,000 under their control right now, and they're in talks with 15,000 more, so they can have a total of 30. Some of these are within walking distance, some are, park and take a shuttle, but any of them within, the Raiders' grasp that you can have tailgating, which he mentions he wanted to focus on the ones in the walking distance, which you can also have them on the ones where you park and ride, but he wanted to focus on the walking, obviously, because the people want to be around the stadium and get the energy. Okay. So plenty of tailgating spots ready to go. He said there's about 7,000 tailgating spots, which, it's more than enough. They said they average, 3 or 5 people per tailgate. They're not going to have 7,000 different tailgates going on. So so no worries there. Plenty of parking going to be on board and plenty of tailgating as well.
Well, Rick also brought up in today's meeting was kind of recapping what happened a while back with some broken bolts that Don Webb really went through and clarified that the stadium is safe and all precautions have been taken. Can you give us a little bit more on that?
Sure. Don Webb went through a lot of detail on exactly what happened during the actual lift of the stadium roof. And during that process, there were some bolts. And I think he indicated to me quite some time ago that there were like 7 or 8 bolts out of thousands and thousands of bolts. One of the things that he emphasized today, though, was that the Mortensen McCarthy, the joint venture that's building the stadium, have actually replaced a lot of the bolts, even though they weren't broken and even though they weren't going to affect the overall product, but just as kind of a precaution, kind of assure everybody that this stadium is going to be absolutely safe for everybody.
All right, and wrapping up here, Mick, a story that you recently came out with, the Raiders are really happy about, is that the PSLs have officially been sold out, and he actually, Mark Bedane, Raiders president, gave us some figures on that.
Yeah, so there's about 55,000 of the 65,000 seats that have a PSL with them. Said they sold out 60% local, 40% outside of the market, mainly in northern and southern California, also with Arizona involved. So, just the regional Raider fans. A lot of people are worried that outside fan markets are going to come and dominate the stadium when they hear this number. But when you hear, hey, it's mostly California where a lot of the Raider fans are, it kind of plays in with that anyway. So, shouldn't be any kind of home field advantage for any other fan coming in. It should be, silver and black in there in the Allegiant Stadium when it opens up.
There you go. All right. Well, the roof will be done on time, stadium will be done on time, and you'll have plenty of places to park. Everything you need to know about Allegiant Stadium, head on over to vegasnation.com. Be sure to follow these guys on Twitter. They've got great stadium content for you uploaded almost daily. These guys are working hard at it. For everything, again, at reviewjournal.com or at vegasnation.com. For Rick Vallata, Mick Akers, I'm Cassie Soto. Thanks for watching.